How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Welcome to this week's episode of Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. I am one of your hosts, Tiffany D. Collins.
And I am Tiffany Tifco Joseph, and I'm one of your hosts tonight, dropping nuggets. Let's talk about it.
Hello, my name is Anika Roseboro, and I'm one of your co-hosts, better known as Nika Rika.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm Vashawn, holding it down for all the men and all the bros out there.
And listen, y'all, make sure y'all stay tuned the whole time because we got a good topic. Today we are talking about, can women and men just be friends without no strings attached?
All
So
right.
this is a show that you want to stay tuned.
Can I go first?
This is a show that you want to stay tuned for the entire time, because if you even blink out just for a second, you're going to miss something.
Mm-hmm. We want y'all to chime in. We love to hear what y'all got to say and be involved with Everyday People, Every Conversation. There's no wrong or right answers. Go ahead and like and put comments up in there. Make sure y'all share this with everybody, because this is a topic that we're going to talk about tonight.
Come on.
Make sure y'all stay tuned to the end of the show. You never know what you might get.
Yes, honey. We're dropping some nuggets on tonight.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's get down to the business. I must introduce this young man that's coming on that we're about to interview. I had the privilege to play his father in a play recently. And he's a cool dude. Goes by the name of TIPVILLE, USA.
All right, Tip.
This boy is a whole country. You know what I'm talking about? So, with further ado, TIPVILLE, USA.
TIPVILLE in the house.
Right,
That boy good. That boy good.
Hey, I appreciate the intro. Yeah, I do got my own country. It is TIPVILLE, USA, and it's in my own reality. So, yeah.
All right.
Come on.
Tip,
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about your role in the movie Trap, and how did you feel when you got the call from Joan that you got that part?
Okay, all right. So about the my role in Trapped, I play a gangster, so I'm kidnapping some women and giving them pills and stuff like that. How Miss Joan said I had the part. I actually met her at it was at an event, first ever time doing this. I'm a red carpet host. Shout out to my cousin for setting me up with that gig. She set me up with that gig. I met Miss Joan and she gave me a compliment. And so from that compliment, I told her, I'm like, yeah, this is my first time doing this. She was like, what? You seem like you've been doing this forever. I'm like, nah. My spirit told me to like do this. And so I just did it. And I was like, man, I always want to be in movies, just talking. And she was like, oh, I do this and this. I'm like, what? I said, oh, snap. And she told me about the movie Trap. She was like, man, I think I got a role for you. And so that's really how I got on the movie Trapped.
Amazing.
From an event. Yeah.
That's amazing. You know, never, like they say now, no opportunity wasted.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Absolutely. So listen, tell us about your podcast, Just the Tip podcast. Tell us what made you get started. What's the, just give us everything that involves that. Tell us.
Okay. So with the Just the Tip podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to kind of do my intro.
Let me try. So it's
Just the Tip podcast.
Okay.
You gotta put the emphasis on the Just the Tip podcast. But I actually got started in 2020, man. I was with two ladies, and it was during the pandemic. Like everything started shutting down, and we was like, man, I want to we should do a podcast. Like we was all three vibing. So we ended up doing the podcast. It was called the Toxic Trio. One guy, like Vashawn, he just, solo dolo, holding his own, and it was two females. And so I never really seen like podcasts like that. So I was like, oh, this would be unique. I'm like, I'm the only guy, and it's really 2 against 1 type thing. And so long story short, we kind of naturally just split because everything opened back up. I'm on a different path because one, I'm finding myself, because 2020 really was a hard year for your boy, but I'm still finding myself.
Everybody.
Still finding myself, and I was like, you know what? we might be done with the podcast, but I still want to, kind of keep the thing going. I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just try it out on IG. So I tried it on IG Live. My homegirl, she gave me the name of the podcast. I'm like, bro, what would I even name my podcast? And she was like, why don't you do Just a Tip podcast? I'm like, oh, they gonna think something totally different with that name, but I'm like, nickname is Tip, Just a Tip. I'm like, I do be dropping gems, so I'm like, it works. So I started on IG doing like poets. Did not even know half the people I interviewed. Just reaching out to them, going to them in their DMs. Shout out to my sister-in-law, Bella the speaker, because she's a poet and it got me into like sending me out to events, and I'm like, oh snap. So I got them on the podcast, and then from there, man, really the rest is history. I'm at the studio now that I be shooting my podcast, and we really talk about it's not how it sounds. Like I'm going to drop gems on there for sure.
Come on, drop gems.
Come on.
I did it because it's literally a platform where you can free talk, because I'm not backed by anybody. I sponsor it, and I do have some sponsors. Sometimes I do be getting sponsors, but it's not censored. You can talk freely, and I want to know your journey.
Okay.
So, for example, if Bashan was on my podcast, like I met Bashan, he's an actor. I want to know how you got to that, to that point. I want to basically, it's almost like the people actually really getting to know you and actually fall in love with you.
Yeah, that's the great thing about.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the great thing about interviewing. So that's what you do, an interview, and basically you asking the questions what you think the audience want to know. But I have a question that I'm just looking at you, and I just want to know what the crown is for. I've seen you on multiple occasions. I've seen you at the red carpet premiere because we were in the movie together, Trapped as well, and I seen you with the crown, and that's your little signature look. So I'm just interested in a short little narrative of what's the crown for.
Oh, so basically, I get asked this all the time. The simple answer is I'm a king. That's just it. That's honestly what it is. I'm a king, and I'm just flossing.
She's your king.
And you know what? That's so funny
I'm
that you
just
say
flossing.
that because
Good job.
I think everybody watching and everybody probably already know by now that I am Miss Texas, and everybody always asks me, what does it take to be a queen? What does it take to do this and what does it take to do that? And I always tell young ladies and young men, look in the mirror. You already a young king. You already a young queen. So in your own right, you are definitely a king, and you a king across the board. And I'm young men need to know that, and they need to be watching this, and they need to see that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
indeed.
let's keep these questions going so the audience can see who Mr. TIPVILLE USA is.
I know.
Yes.
Whole country.
Whole country.
All
Tip,
caps.
I have a question for you.
What's up, Bashan?
Recently, you just done your first fashion show.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Tip is a fashion designer also.
Oh, okay.
Can you
Awesome.
elaborate on that for us? Let our audience know about your fashion designs
All
and your
right.
experience at your first fashion show.
Okay, so again, man, praises to the opportunities, and shout out to Miss Nisi. So, in my first ever play, All Eyes on Me with Miss Nisi, everything I wore was originally made by me.
Oh wow.
Come on.
So the only thing I didn't make, and this came from a poet, Madam President, Vote for More, 2044. She made in the scene where I shot King OG, she made it with the wings. I told her about the play, and so she personalized it, so we got angel wings and stuff on there. I should go in there and go get it so y'all can see it.
Yeah, we would
Remind
like to see
people.
some of your pieces.
But I really started the clothing line when I was in high school.
Okay.
So
a young man with a vision.
Come on.
So they for what people don't know, I'm gonna try to speed the story up. Tip was actually a joke. I turned a joke into my business.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so they was making fun of me and calling me Tipper on some football stuff. Y'all got to go check out the podcast. I explained that story on there, and this is literally my first design. It's trash. But look, you see that?
74.
Come on.
No, it's Tip. It's actually Tip.
It
Oh,
says
Tip.
Oh, you
Yes.
know what? From afar, it looked like 7 Up a little bit. Can you put it
Yeah.
up
That,
again?
hey, no, that's what they were saying in high school.
Okay,
So I said
That's
this
what's
in
up.
high school that Tip, and they was like laughing. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have my own clothing line. So fast forward in the sports, I was like, nah, and then I started playing basketball with my homies. So again, making fun of me, I said TIPVILLE, USA, blank blank. So Matumbo
Yeah.
had like
Yes,
block
indeed.
party, correct? He like no block party. So I was saying TIPVILLE, USA as my own way of saying I'm blocking your stuff or I'm stealing the ball. And so I made it as a troll to troll my homies, and I put the accomplishments and everything on the back of it. And then my homie, rest in peace. That's why I wear this all the time too. Princeton, he was like, "Hey man, you should sell that. You should do it." And I always been in the fashion, so I'm like, all right, like, maybe. And so, boom, came up with this logo that you see right here. This piece right here, as y'all see, is a tracksuit.
all right.
I wore
Nice.
that right there. That would be a Ram. I'm an Aries,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it almost looked like an Unk too.
Aries.
Yeah. So it's a tracksuit, and I did that. I made this for my wedding. And so I did that, and I was like, man, I'm gonna try to make it affordable for our people. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sell out like FUBU. This is like it's gonna be black on until I'm out of here, until I pass it down.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, we
Yeah.
have a few more questions we want to ask. So, you are an actor, you are a fashion designer, and so we
Mhm.
see that you are, according to your bio, you are going to be in the hit '90s TV Weekend Live play that's coming up later this
Yes.
month, correct?
Yes. On the 25th, shout out to Courtney Bryan. She's in the
All
movie
right.
Trap. She came to me at the rap party. She was like, "Hey, Tip, I got something for you." She was like, "How's your August?" I'm like, "My August, all right, you know what I'm saying? It's a little busy." And she came with the opportunity, and I jumped at it. I was like, "Man, yeah," because one thing I don't like to get complacent. Like
Right.
I
Never.
love working with certain people, but I want to work with more people so I can see, hey, in the future, can
Exposure
I
is
work with
everything.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like can I work with you? And I
Right.
took that opportunity, man, and I'm just grateful for that opportunity. And get your tickets August 25th through the 27th. I play Tommy, I play jazz,
Okay.
and
So
it's
just
gonna be
so we
fun.
can be clear, give us the dates and give us the ticket prices and where it's going to be, so that the audience
Okay,
can know. And the
okay,
name of
so
the
August 25th. Make sure y'all go out there and go get your tickets.
Okay.
25th through the 27th. The ticket prices, I looked them up. I seen some for 20 all the way to 40. And
okay.
that's like
Okay.
VIP.
General admission to VIP. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's going to be Midtown.
Art Center.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Midtown Art Center.
Yeah.
All
Make
right.
sure y'all go there, and I'm gonna be there. Courtney gonna be there, and some more great actors are gonna be there. It's gonna be funny. Um, I'm gonna
That's
make y'all
really
laugh. I'm not
super
gonna lie, and,
unique
It is.
and
to
it's kind of
bring
out
back
of my
some
comfort zone.
to bring
And
back
it's out
some
of
of
my
those
comfort zone.
'90s shows that we love and miss so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So
put it into play form. That's
Uh-huh.
awesome.
You know,
Yeah,
and I think it's great that when I first met Tip, I think he was new to acting. I think that was his first
Yeah,
time acting
Tip.
on stage. Now look, he's doing
I
a lot
know
of
you doing
things now.
everything, Tip. Let,
Yeah,
Coming
that
out
was
swinging.
let the
definitely
audience
my
know
first
your
time.
first play.
Yeah, my first play, awesome, great cast. I ain't gonna lie, I really fell in love doing. That's what kind of made me was like, yeah, I'm definitely doing the right thing. I'm on the right path, on my purpose. Oh man, I met Bashan, Mike L, Andrew, Miss Anika, Nicoya, Angel, uh,
There's a lot of us.
Kenneth.
Yes.
Yeah, like Amaya was in the fashion show. She wore
Yeah.
my gear. Like,
Maya is amazing.
yeah, amazing. Steph, she was amazing. Hardcore King. I'm doing something else with Hardcore King later on that y'all gonna see because I'm being another movie, New Jack Houston.
Oh, look at you,
I
Tip.
like I got a lot of stuff coming out,
Well, congratulations. We like Epic like to just say congratulations on all of your achievement. Keep thriving, keep working. And if this is your passion, then it's your do your due diligence to just keep thriving and keep working at it. We are super, super proud of you and all of your efforts, being a fashion designer, being in movies and plays and being a great. You could be doing so many other things, but you're sharing your gift with the world. And that's what the world should be doing.
Yeah.
Sharing their gift with the world.
Yes.
Oh,
Now,
yes, ma'am.
so when we had your promo card made, we couldn't help but to realize this detailed name you go by here. Tell us about the TIPVILLE, TIPTASTIC, TIPVILLE USA.
Okay.
Let us know where all they come from.
Okay, so TIPVILLE USA. I told y'all because that came from a troll, and that's why it stuck. Like TIPVILLE USA. I'm like, that sounds good. Like, my first name was Tipware, and again, we show this. It looked like Tipware. Sorry, but that's how it started. Definitely ain't gonna how it finished. TIPTASTIC. Me personally, I'm different, and so the meaning of TIPTASTIC is the biggest form of compliment because I made up the definition and everything. It's the biggest form of compliment one can receive in one's lifetime. So you can use it as a noun, TIPTASTIC, so my name, and you can use it to describe somebody. So I can say this podcast right here that I'm on right now is TIPTASTIC. So it's the highest form of compliment.
Thank you, Mr. Tip, for giving us that shout out.
You are a TIPTASTIC individual for being on the show, sir.
And we have someone that chimed in that would like to make a comment, and we'll read it for you if you can see it. Right there.
Oh, no,
from Maria Schneck.
He's the poster child for never give up and believe in yourself. Yes, indeed. That's from Maria.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we also have Niecy Dobbins. She said that you're very welcome. It's an honor to give you an opportunity in your first play. All eyes on me, and a pleasure give you an opportunity to put in your first fashion show. Bring the heat, keep shining, young man.
That's right.
So people watching you, let's see how we go. Maybe you can be in one of my films or one of my plays.
Hold on.
Hey.
You know, Tip, I always tell you I'm so proud of you.
Yes. Absolutely. We all got platforms. Hey, we always need new faces. We always need new fresh energy. So let's get to work.
You know, and I was joking with the ladies before we came on air that you remind me of Safari with your energy. He's always hyped with just, doing all this, man. That's him at all times. You know, he's true to himself. And I think that's why everybody's gravitating to him, and his projects are picking up.
Yeah,
right.
Good energy.
And he has talent.
And Maria Schneck, she said, but she wanted to punch you in your face and trap.
Hold on. I didn't that character. I liked it because it's like, man, everybody always see me because like Rashawn said, I'm always high vibrating high. Like, so I always want to be in a good mood. I really don't like to see people down like that, and I like to bring people energy because like life be lifing, but somebody got to be that light in the darkness. So again, that's me. Another thing too, with TIPVILLE USA, I do have an elevation brand. It is called Weird Nature. I'll show y'all this right here. Weird Nature.
Okay.
So one thing about Weird Nature is, again, it's embracing your weird, because I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel and everybody on this podcast right now has been called weird. Everybody watching it has been called weird. And basically it's embracing yourself.
Weird.
Yeah, embracing yourself. Let me see. I got this one too. And this one I really love because a lot of people do this, and I strongly dislike, because I don't use the word HATE. I strongly dislike is that I put this. Don't put your limitations on me.
Yeah, don't deflect.
All right.
Don't
All
deflect.
right.
It's a great message.
Deflections
don't
to
put
yourself.
don't put them limitations on me. If you can't do it, that means you can't do it. Not to say I can't do it. So I tell people quick, I'm like, bro, if you ain't gonna be like, hey man, Tips, you can go for it, because if you ask me, if Rashawn be like, hey, Tip, man, I'm about to go in this, go do it. Let's go. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Support.
Tip, I have a question for you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I love wearing jumpsuits. So let's say I wanted you to make me a jumpsuit. How would your prices run? Or
Okay, my jumpsuits, like tracksuits, or even like joggers, hoodies, or sweatshirts, right? So it arranges like between like 70, and then from that, depend on your size. So if you like 2X, 3X, the price
Mhm.
just go up by 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a website, or do people just need to place personal orders with you, or how do you take orders?
Place personal, because I did the website twice. And the reason
Okay.
I stopped doing the website, I was like, bro, I made my money back for purchasing the website, but it didn't come from the website.
Oh, so
Y'all
you like,
come,
I
yeah,
invested in you. What about from y'all?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Like they always come to me. I'm like, I got a website, and then what they don't see on the website, they be like, well, can I get this? Because normally my stuff I do one of one, especially like if I'm wearing it, it's usually one of one.
Okay.
But I am going to do it to where I'm going to break it down like seasons, almost like how they do J's, right? I'm going to put only a certain amount out, which you can see right now. I got the tank with the small logo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Put those out, and then when the winter come, I'm gonna just put the hoodies out. But it's gonna be certain hoodies. Weird Nature, I'm only gonna sell that at a certain period of time, springtime, most likely.
Cool. Okay. Well, all
And I
right.
got shoes. I got shoes.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on,
that's
shoes.
right. That's right. I can reach the shoes.
Come on.
Oh man, he
Come
got
on.
it
Hey,
all.
you rock that crown
Huh?
proud because you are
You
jack
see
of
that?
all trades.
I
Those
love
are
those
nice.
shoes.
Come
Those
on.
are nice, Tim.
I love those
You
shoes.
know?
Yes.
From head to
Uh,
toe, he can dress you
So
from head
black
to toe.
people,
uh.
y'all go out, support.
Support.
We got
Yes.
this unique, extra talented. Keep showing them.
Love
Keep
it.
showing them.
Come on.
Fashion designer, actor, stage and film, thespian, young man doing his thing, y'all. Y'all keep looking in the
Yes, indeed.
comments, and we will leave his handles for you guys to be
Yeah.
able to shop with him and do things and support him. Mr. Tipville, USA. Give it up for him, y'all.
TIPVILLE. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That
Yes.
boy, a whole country.
That boy's old country.
He not TIPVILLE USA for nothing. He out here doing the dang on thing. Come
Oh
on.
man.
Now,
Yes,
ladies and
indeed.
gentlemen, for the moment that you guys have been waiting for, that's our hot topic. Mr. Tipville, you can stay in so that you can chime in and talk to us on today. But our hot topic, main topic for today is, can women and men just be friends with no strings attached?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a
Ooh.
hot one.
I expect
Yes.
comments to be
Yes.
just on fire because I
Ooh.
know
Come
y'all
on,
got something to
Come
say.
on, y'all.
Men,
Men, baby, can women and men just be friends with no strings attached? I need to see them
Speaking
these comments, which I got to say.
speaking on behalf of the men, I would say yes.
Okay,
hey,
why?
Bashan, I'm right there with you,
Why?
Bashan. I'm right there with
But
you.
black men don't cheat.
Oh my God! So
Just
you
straight
Wait,
like
you
that.
ain't covered though. We
Straight
ain't say
No,
like
men,
trust
we
me. I'm
say
just playing.
men.
I'm just
Men.
messing with y'all. I'm just messing with y'all.
Men in general.
I think they can be friends with no strings attached until the penis is attached to the vagina.
What?
Hey, see
Good
now,
evening.
I mean,
Bashan.
That's a
I
string.
mean,
I don't agree with that.
if they cross that line, then I'm just saying they
I don't agree with that.
friends have done that before.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, that's what normally happens. So, do
Yeah.
you think that when people are just platonic friends, the opposite sex, do you think that one or the other is attracted to one of them?
Not all the time.
No.
And in a lot of cases, yes, but not in all cases.
Okay.
not all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
why do you say that?
Because I've had a guy friend who actually had a girlfriend, and we were able to hit it off just fine.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, well, that's my brother. I'm his sister. He got a girlfriend.
Right.
Okay.
And you respect that.
But if
Yeah.
you didn't have a girlfriend,
If
Yeah,
he didn't
yeah, yeah.
That's the big question right
Yeah,
there.
if you didn't have it.
I'm on the
Yeah.
spot.
like for real. Be
But
honest.
if he,
I mean, okay.
She blushing.
If he didn't, so
Mm.
if he didn't have a girlfriend, maybe.
Mm.
Look at him.
Thing, I can still maintain the friendship with or without it, though.
You know,
Okay.
So
I think it's safe to say if like in your instance, if I think they can be friends with no strings attached if they're talking to someone like your best friend or your brother or somebody. But if they're not talking to any of those type of people, I mean the strings is out. It's fair game.
that's because
Really?
because attraction is tricky. Attraction is tricky, guys.
Yeah.
And you never know. You working out with your friend, he just your best friend. Before you know, you glaze into his eyes. And a certain type of chemistry come and stuff like that. Then you have problems. What you think,
But
Anika?
I think two people would just have to agree that they're gonna just be friends. They have to both agree, because I have a lot of guy friends, but I may not be attracted to them. We just cool.
Okay.
We just
Okay.
friends.
So we got some people on here. We got Miss Tasha Leadon. She said you can if you're a mature adult.
I agree, Tasha.
Yeah.
And we have Mr. Joe Hawkins Jr. He said, yes, they definitely can with no sex, but there would be some emotional attachments.
But I guess I can kind of argue that a little bit. Like, I somewhat agree, because so here's the thing. So could there also be an emotional attachment if I'm just platonic friends with a female? Like why? I guess why do you say it would be an emotional attachment?
But-
Why can't I just be friends with a guy?
But because sometimes those emotions can lead to other things.
But if we started off as friends and we just keep it as friends, why does the emotions have to even? Because just like I'm Tiffany friend, I'm not gonna ever want to kiss her. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're friends, okay? Like, you're a guy, I'm a woman.
Mhm.
I know for a fact we can just be friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't
Hey,
they?
he never said she wouldn't kiss you though. You see that?
What
You
happened?
didn't say you wouldn't kiss him though.
You know what?
Hey, man, hey, tell him, hey, yeah, go ahead.
You know what?
That's men one, women zero.
Look at TIPVILLE USA.
It's the battle of the sexes.
Another thing is, if I'm good friends.
I'm just saying. I'm over. I'm just saying.
Now, to be honest, I'm a woman that is in a male-dominated, field of work. I'm in law enforcement, so therefore, it's more men than women. I retired from Texas Department of Criminal Justice 20 years, and I've been contracted under the Department of Homeland Security for the last 14 years. And there's a lot of men, and I have a lot of great friends. My partner, that we watch each other back every day, there are two men. It's just me. And I love them like brothers, and I never see them as, anything else. And we really love it. We have a really great friendship. We like being around each other. We always around each other. And we really just have a great friendships. But these are the problems. When you are being a friend and you're in a relationship too, boundaries need to be set.
Yeah,
I agree. That's the key word right there.
Yes.
Boundaries.
Like,
Boundaries.
No after midnight phone calls.
Right.
Like, to me, if I'm in a relationship and my significant other has a female friend, that's fine.
Mhm.
But that female friend has no business calling my significant other booty call hours after midnight. You have no business call. Whatever you need for him, he can't help you at midnight.
Hey, what does she call it? 11:55.
Yo, oh my
At
God.
night,
Hey,
to me,
Vashawn,
booty call hours.
that means in that 5 minutes you better get to her crib. That's what that means.
I know what booty call hours.
Okay.
No, to me, I would say anything after 10. Okay, that's kind of like inappropriate.
And anything before let's say 7.
Yeah, it's like
7.
See, hold on.
This is the club.
It's an emergency.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And you better be able to tell
Y'all see a
me
nigga
too.
face? She
Yeah,
got serious
like,
with
Hold
that.
on.
Put on speaker. What she want?
Yeah.
What you want with my man at 7 o'clock in the morning?
That's
Because they got a lot of friends that, they don't respect boundaries.
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't even agree with half that.
What
Mm-mm.
happened?
Mm-mm.
What'd you
I
say?
don't agree with that.
What?
All right, tell us.
Because all right, so I'm gonna put myself out there. So I'm a guy that got a lot of female friends,
Right.
and again, I'm attractive, so I like attractive people around me too.
Right.
Now, I did put because when I used to work at the ghetto, the 9 to 5, I used to my goddess, she would be 9 something 10 be sleep, and I used to talk to my homie on my way to work. And it'd be,
Okay.
and I worked early in the morning.
Okay, well, if you're talking to her in the morning, what about your woman? Why you not talking to your own woman?
What was she
Sleep.
talking to her?
She may be asleep.
Okay,
She sleep.
so she don't want to talk. She don't want to talk.
Okay, so
So if your woman call you, would you get off the phone with your friend?
No.
Huh?
I said, if your woman
Hey, nigga,
call,
somebody-
you talking about, huh?
will you end the conversation with your friend?
So I know where I gotta sleep. So that ain't even a question. That's why I said, huh?
Answer it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can answer. That ain't no
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
You just
hey.
did me.
I think
Yeah,
y'all badgering the man.
Hey, nah, it's all
Badger the witness.
it's all good. Nah, but I'll get off the phone. But the thing is, I have
Men too,
women
women
that
too.
I have that I had relations with, and we're still friends to this day. They know my goddess and everything. But
What about
I
your
let her know. I'm like,
woman?
hey,
Ain't he going all around that?
What about your woman?
oh,
Woman
my
to
woman,
woman. Huh?
I would tell her. I'll be like, hey, this happened with me and oh girl. I'm like, we just cool, whoopie whoop. But you got to get it again. In this industry, you can't have a chick that's insecure.
That's true.
You have what? Say it again.
You can't have a woman that's insecure.
Yeah.
So especially dealing with me, like,
Or a man.
yeah, you can't.
So you
can't
don't think? So you
have
don't think that a woman that you was intimate with, and now y'all really really good friends, that doesn't pose some type of insecurity into your woman? Just
Nope.
off of GP. So, in other words, if it's the other way around and she was intimate with this guy for the last 10 years, now all of a sudden they just friends, that wouldn't create no type of thought or nothing in your head. That what you're saying?
No, I'm saying me and her gonna have a conversation. She gonna lay it down what it is. She
So we
gonna
have
lay it down what it is. And my thing is, we come to agreement that hey man, it's cool, it's cool.
Oh,
My thing is, at the end of the day, I got to trust you, and you got to trust me.
Okay, but if your woman is your friend, why do you need other friends like that you got to be so in tune with?
You're not gonna like your partner all the time like that, and then
I mean, you should.
all right. So, TIPVILLE, let me ask you this. So, if the
What's
shoe
up?
was on the other foot, if your wife was working early in the morning, are you equally as comfortable with her talking to her man friend on the way to work
Every day.
Would you be okay with that every single day? She talking to a guy.
She talked to a guy, but she talked to a guy every day.
I think she need to talk to her own
That's
friends.
intimacy, you know
female
that, huh?
friends.
Huh?
That's a form of intimacy, you know that, huh?
Oh, me personally, I ain't got an issue with it, and we ain't got an issue with it. So my thing will work for us, works for us. It might not work for everybody else like that.
Yeah.
All right, but Miss Niecy Dobbins, she said no married man should be on the phone daily with no other female. Your woman should be your best friend. It's inappropriate. Let's see what else it say. It's inappropriate. Period.
Yeah. But you know, but I can. But you know what, TIPVILLE, in your relationship, like you say, if that works for y'all, you know, by all means. But I can say that probably wouldn't work for me. But if you and your wife come to an agreement that I guess on both sides, whether you do it or whether she do it, y'all trust each other like that, and hey, if that works for y'all, hey, I'm all for it. But I can say for Tiffany, that ain't gonna work.
Check this.
And when I say for the other Tiffany, it ain't gonna work.
What if you already had female friends before you met this person? Am I gonna just not be your friend no more just because I'm married or got a boyfriend?
No, that's not true.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm bringing something different up. This another.
No, you can have friends. No, but with boundaries, like
boundaries,
just like Niecy was saying, not every single day and like every morning. Like no, like why you gotta talk to her every morning?
Yeah, get your life, boo boo.
That happened to me though.
What?
That I had a boyfriend and the girl was calling him on the way to work early in the morning.
Why is he the first thing on your mind?
So she, what was she?
What talking about?
Was she checking on?
I want to know what are y'all talking about?
I didn't know.
Y'all TIPVILLE said something. What you say, Tip?
That might be a routine that they had because before my goddess was my goddess, me and her used to talk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it
look what happened.
Yeah, look what
y'all talked all the time. Look
and
what
look
happened.
at the legend too.
Y'all married.
Yeah, but that's a different thing because again, I can talk to you. We can hold a conversation, but first off, I'm gonna make my intentions clear.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let it know. I'm like, because my thing is I like things to organically grow, which me and her organically did. And then I have zero expectations. So if we friends and we just talking, it's just, to me, it's like we just talking. Like I ain't even trying to cross that line with you if I'm not even trying to mess with you like that.
Right.
But first of all, if I had a guy friend, that guy friend first and foremost must meet my significant other.
Yeah.
And I would and before anybody, any other man, my significant other, they have to show me that he's comfortable with that relationship. Because if I'm trying to build something with him, I can't be trying to hold on to all these minute relationships. Because you and your significant other, y'all the one got to build together, grow together, live together, procreate together. Y'all got to do all this together, and third wheel is always uneven. You know, I'm like, you know,
Three's
get you a
company.
man, get you a man, get
Yeah.
you a woman, get you somebody that you know you're confidant and stuff like that. But I do have friends. But hey, when we get to work, you know, we have a good time at work. But when we part ways, if it's not some type of event where we going together or coming back together, I don't really need to talk to you, know, all day, every day, you know, like that.
Yeah, but my question is, I mean, it's fairly easy when you're in a relationship. Just say if everybody's just single.
Okay, we're going.
If everybody was just single, do you think they can be friends without strings attached?
Yes,
I really do think, because I call a lot of men bro, and a lot of men call me sis. And I mean, I think like just like Tip said, if you basically make your intentions known up front, like we know off the bat, you my bro, I'm your sis, it shouldn't be no problem. Now, depending on with certain individuals, if the feelings evolve, but I don't think across the board, I think it should be okay.
I mean, he may not, that one particular dude may not have feelings for you like that, but what if somebody does try to cross that line? I mean, how would y'all?
It's on you to be like, hey, bro, what you doing? Like, hey, I'm
bro.
your sister. Like, what you doing? Like, it's on you, because if you know in your mind, okay,
that's incest.
It wouldn't be incest, but
so like, this is my brother. You need to reinforce that brother boundary.
But you shouldn't have to keep doing that.
Well, I wouldn't say keep. Yeah.
You shouldn't have to doing that if it's some type of. Then you know that person has. But sometimes people are so clever in the way they want you, because sometimes, in my experience, when a man want me, they'll do anything to get you there, or even being a fictitious person.
Yeah.
So if they have to come to me by way of friendship just to get to know me, but they have other intentions, they will do that. I married a man that came to me just pretending to be a Christian, and he was a Scientologist. But you know, so
he knew that you was a Christian,
right.
So he thought it was going to
hold on. So he was on that Tom. He was on that with Tom Cruise.
Huh?
He was on that Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that boy Tom Cruise me. He Tom Cruise me.
I have a comment. Actually, I have a pretty good question over here from Mrs. Owens. Hey, Mrs. Owens, how you doing?
Hey, Miss Owens.
She said, "Is it okay to have lunch with the opposite sex if you're in a relationship?"
Yes.
Okay, so put it like this: if it's like, okay, so I know pretty much we all know Martin, right? Like the show Martin,
right?
If it's like a Pam and Martin type of situation, like you already know, okay, y'all just cool like that, and you let me know. Like now, to me, I have to know if I'm Gina and you Martin and that's Pam. Gina, me, I got to know that you going out with her.
Exactly.
But I trust Pam and I trust Martin.
And I want to know why I'm not involved.
Huh?
And I gotta be. I mean, what am I doing?
Well, maybe okay. What if because I saw a movie. What if they trying to plan a surprise for you and they don't want you to know? I trust Pam and I trust Martin.
That's what they got cell phones for. We already
have that established relationship in place. But if it's somebody new, hell
and I don't know
no,
that's boundaries.
No.
That's boundaries again.
Yeah, but Pam,
if
you got like a Pam, Gina, Cole, Tommy set up. We already know what we each stand in each other's lives. We're like a family.
Yeah.
So y'all may be trying to plan something for me, and I don't need to know. So Pam and Marty, y'all go and but I gotta know y'all going.
I don't know, man.
Y'all better have some plan.
You might get suspicious if they don't tell you.
Yeah. But like, hey, babe, today me and Pam, we working on something. Like, I trust y'all enough to do that.
Hey, those lunches can turn to something else.
So
absolutely,
we have a couple
we got Katrina living testimony.
I'm just saying.
Single, and I have male friends that are both married and single. We're all adults and respect each other. I'm also friends with his wife. Much respect. We don't hang out or talk every day.
And then Christabel, she says, yes, you can.
Sound like some swingers right there.
Going to lunch. Don't make it a secret. Transparency is key.
Absolutely.
I agree with her. To me, what's the secret?
True.
What's the secret?
No secret.
Yeah.
And then the thing with Katrina, she said she respects the significant other.
Yeah.
Because they got some friends that get out of hand. Because they've been friends with you a long time.
Hey, I want to know what the men come in and say. Y'all leave all the women.
What
the men? Hey, men, y'all just gonna leave me?
We over here solo dolo.
Y'all gonna leave me and Tip up here?
I've had men that try to, because they've been knowing me a long time. Oh, you ain't gonna come out here and give me a hug, or you ain't gonna answer the door, or just want to stop by. when they get ready, you know, I said, no, you can't do that. Because I got an alpha male up in here, baby.
Exactly.
You come on up if you want to. You ain't gonna win.
You ain't gonna leave.
You ain't gonna win.
You ain't gonna come in. You ain't gonna leave.
So keep it 100. Call me first. Let me formally introduce y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna do things decent and in order. Because I want you to leave wearing your head.
Preach, preach.
But I think, but I do think that's possible as long as like the boundaries are already set and like the relationship is secure. Like I said, the perfect example to me is Martin, Gina, Pam, Tommy, Cole.
Exactly.
They are. You already know. Okay, those they know who each other are, and that's a known fact. I don't think the boundaries will be crossed in that scenario. But I gotta know you and I gotta trust you.
Right.
This is a good one. I got a comment over here from Tyrone Perry. He said it depends on the age of the man, which is true.
The age of the man?
Yeah, because in my 20s, I'm not trying to be friends with strings attached. I'm trying to be friends with the strings unattached. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, in my 20s, so that's kind of true. You know, but as you get older, you know, I think more mature men can be friends with women without any strings.
See, we are friends. We on a whole talk show together. We meet every day.
Yeah.
We meet every Monday, and we in a inbox. What, once a day, once every other day,
multiple times a day.
Yeah, but we still not occupying any of your time.
Yeah.
You know, it's interfering with your personal relationship.
Yeah.
So, like I said again, we can conclude that you know you can have friendship with boundaries, and your significant other is number one. Now, you know, if at any time that person make that your significant other feel uncomfortable, then hey, we got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem.
Yeah, if the significant other feeling uncomfortable, you gotta.
That's what I was just gonna ask you.
Yeah.
I can't hardly hear you.
No, can you hear me now?
Yeah, scoot up some.
Okay, so hold on, let me put my AirPod back in.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
we hear you when you talk.
Okay, so my goddess has met my friends that are female. And so I keep one thing about me, I'm going to tell her, I'm like, hey, whoopie whoop, this is what's going on. And then plus I'm not the type to hold secrets, and I'm not the type to really hold my tongue neither on stuff. So I like to be, again, transparent and communicate. That's when a lot of people get that stuff confused. Once you start sneaking around and doing stuff that they don't know, that's when the red flags, and that's when like, hey man, what you doing coming up? So me, like, hey, if you want to know or check my phone, you got the code to it. I ain't got nothing to hide. You got the code to it, and I share my location, so you know I ain't.
Yeah.
You know I'm at where I say I'm gonna be at.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's good that you did say, because I think I heard you say earlier that if she was to become uncomfortable, then you would put a stop.
Oh yeah, I'm nipping that in the bud because I sleep with you. I sleep with you.
So that there's where the respect lies right there. It's like, okay, if she shows any signs of that makes me feel uncomfortable, that's it.
Yeah.
And my friends know that because I let them know. I say, bro, she say this shit over, you know you gotta go, right?
Yeah, because you don't want to be, having. Now listen, guys, y'all saying y'all have all these friends, and then you knocked off 5 of them. You got 5 friends.
Hold on, let me make sure I ain't knock out 5. Let me make sure I ain't knock out 5.
Them ain't no friends. Them just sleep buddies
What
at that point.
You knocked out 5 of them.
Hey, Shade has a comment right here. She said if they work at the same place, I guess it's cool, but if not, planning is not acceptable. Try to think about that.
If not, what is not acceptable?
If they don't work together, they shouldn't be going to lunch together, basically.
Right.
But what if it's like the Martin Gina situation? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, they can cheat. They can be cheating and open it right in Gina's face, like openly.
Yeah.
Why she's trusting?
But we know the show. Okay, we know what the dynamic.
I'm just saying, let's think out the box.
But I'm saying, okay. So with the dynamic that we know, what if it's
Martin hit it with the unscript?
You know what? I'm done. But what if it's?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nika.
I got a comment.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and finish what you
No,
said,
okay.
girl.
What if it's that known dynamic? I don't think it's, to me, if we've been friends for years and we're basically like family, okay, unless you give me a reason to not trust you, then I don't see what the problem is. Like I say, Martin, Gina, Pam, and all them, they're like family. So if Martin and Pam was to go out for lunch, to me, I don't see anything wrong with that dynamic. I trust my best friend and I trust my husband enough to know, okay, they may be discussing business, or they could be planning a surprise birthday party for me or something like that.
They can do that over the phone.
It's all about
Exactly. That's what they got cell phones for.
Right.
They
Email.
need to be engaged.
Ron
Emails
White
and stuff.
says if you are married, you should not have the opposite sex as a friend.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Married.
Who said that?
Shame on you, Ron the White.
And Niecy said if the couple is okay with it, it's a go. It's different strokes.
Yeah, because I mean, to me,
Definitely different strokes.
If I do get married, I'm not gonna get rid of my guy friends who I consider brothers because I'm married.
I mean,
You're not gonna be out eating with them.
that's only right. Like the friends you have before your significant other, that's cool.
That's different.
But what about the friends that's after
right.
your significant other?
They need to meet.
You don't
They
need
need to meet.
no. You don't need to have no friends after that. You got enough friends. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
You don't need to have no friends.
But
the
what if
friends.
it's a coworker? Like you get a new coworker, and y'all like me, my partner, we there together every day. We're gonna build some type of rapport.
Yeah, y'all.
Just like we all met in the industry. How do we all came together because we all met in the acting industry.
Right.
I am your friend, Bashan. I'm Tim's friend.
Yeah, we met you after your wife, right? All three of these women met you after your wife.
Let me think.
But y'all not out eating together.
Oh yeah.
Not exclusively, yeah.
So we got Mr. Paul Pistol Pete Leading said,
Yeah, right.
Don't no woman or man have any business going on a date with their friend, significant other. Isn't nothing good coming from that. It's just lunch.
I just think it just depends on how you.
Bro, exactly. Like y'all gotta.
It's all about trust, respect, and understanding.
Paul Pistol Pete.
And it goes back to your intuition. It's women's intuition too, because again, I have intuition. Just like if I'm Gina, I know I can trust Pam. I may not be able to trust Jill, but I can trust Pam. Pam ain't gonna do nothing. But Jill, you on the other hand, I don't know about you, Jill. But Pam, I can trust
Jill.
Pam.
Jill just wants some salad.
Yeah, Jill messed over Jack and came down with a son and a daughter. So y'all listen. I mean, I don't know how to feel, because sometimes these friends of significant others, females and opposite sex, they feel a little entitled. Some of these friends be trying to run the man, trying to pick and choose their new girlfriend and giving them advice and stuff like that. Because listen, if I find out you giving advice to my man against me, y'all will not be friends no more.
Okay.
Hold on, I got a question. I do got a question, right? So I do have friends again of the opposite sex.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all be pillow talking to those friends though? Because I don't pillow talk. Anything I need to discuss, I talk with the goddess about. I don't pillow talk with. I don't pillow talk with family, and I don't pillow talk with my friends at all. Anything.
What y'all talk about?
We just talk about life, like or what I'm doing or what they doing, or like like me. I swear I'm a therapist. Just don't get paid for it. And
so they come to you with their problems.
Yeah, they'll come to me and they'll be asking this situation, and then I'll tell them perspective or how you handle it. Now, if I don't know the situation, I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to deal with that.
Smart answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
but
you said pillow talk. That's what I meant about boundaries, like times and stuff. Don't be talking after no midnight. And
when you talking about the 8?
But nah, it's just like telling your friends like your business, because my thing is, even if it's platonic, you telling them that business now, that can create some tension between that friend and your significant other, because they'd be like, well, you ain't treating him right, or some stuff like that. Yeah. And then maybe like some boundaries can get crossed between you and that friend. That's why I'm like, you don't pillow talk. Like I don't do any of that. Like, hey, me and her having an issue, nobody will know we having an issue but us.
Okay, so what you're saying is that if you have a friend of that opposite sex and you are in a relationship, don't talk your business to that person.
Not at all. Yeah. Okay.
That's a good nugget. Then you don't have to worry about coming up with them coming up with conclusions.
And that's that's a reason that opens the door for them to cheat when you run your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know the issues that y'all having.
You keep that stuff in house.
If anything I need to discuss, I can discuss it with her, and we got to figure that out.
I like that. You said you be dropping them nuggets.
Don't drop them nuggets.
Come on, King. Drop them nuggets.
Hey, Jim Dropper.
But just to answer my question, I do, because I do have a lot of male friends, and people look at me as a big sister, like a mother. I get that a lot from females and men. I have a copious amount of friends, and because I trust me though. I know how far I'm gonna go. I know that I'm a one woman's man, and all I want is one. I don't want two. I don't want three.
Yeah.
I just want one somebody, and only one somebody can fill their shoes. Now, if he can't fill his shoes, then I'll just replace him. But my thing of it is, so you're in the category to be my man, and that's a special spot, King. But everybody else that's in those spots to be my friend, they're just that. But you're the man that I adore, that I want to be with, that I make decisions with. But those other relationships and that I have with men, then it's absolutely no problem with me. And if anybody would get out of line with me, then I would take care of that. You don't even have to worry about it. I wouldn't even bring it back to you. Just know he'd disappear like poof, be gone.
Be like, man, where he went? Hey, when you just talking with your homie, like, where he go?
And you know what, Tiff made
Like,
a good
poof.
point, because my thing is, okay, I think if it's truly platonic, it's fine, but don't be, talking to other women, I guess, because you feel like it's something missing with me. If you feel like it's something missing with me, then let's fix it. Or if you're really that unhappy, then leave me.
And don't talk about me.
Right.
To
But
them.
but if y'all just legitimately friends and it's no type of, ill intent, then I think it's fine. But a lot of people do, okay, they may have good sex with you or whatnot, but then you may have better conversation with me. No, don't be trying to look for nothing else that you're missing in me and no other woman. Just leave me, or let me know what I need to do better to make our relationship more
one or the other.
Yeah.
No, that's the last part you said. Just tell you what will make the relationship better.
Yeah, just
That's
let's
it.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Communication, rule the nation.
It meets with somebody else.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Exactly. And don't more often than not, don't commit violence toward the other person just to leave. More often than not, be like, I don't know how to get a thought in the head. Oh, I'm gonna kill her ass. I'm gonna be so I can
Yeah,
be
I don't know how people get to that point.
What do you say, Tip?
I don't be knowing how people get to that point, because
Crazy.
it got to be a line of communication out there. Like, again, I'm looking like, so you didn't see the signs. You like, if you pay attention, you see signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Well, this is a wonderful, wonderful topic, and I am so super glad that all of our audience was here and chiming in. We hope that y'all gained a nugget and enjoyed this show tonight. So I have one last comment from Paul Pistol P. He said, allowing this setting yourself up for failure. So that's how he feels, and that's that on that.
Mr. Pete.
We may need to have a part 2 on this, y'all.
Yeah,
I can talk about for another hour on this.
Yeah. I got
Thank you, Rhonda. She says great conversation.
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed.
this topic can go on for hours.
It can. This is a good
hours.
Yeah, because it's like it's different people with like different perspectives of it. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
My king first, and your queen should be first, and that's that.
Always. And yeah, if it ain't that, then.
And also remember, y'all, attraction is tricky. Don't put yourself in those situations. Sometimes attraction is tricky.
Like they say, everything ain't always greener on the other side.
Come on.
And we have Miss Thaddeus Broussard, the fashion diva, in the house. She said, yes, my bestie and I have been friends since 1982. Okay. And as long as we know that y'all just friends. So when you get your man, he stay right there in that friend zone. You don't run nothing in that house. You hear me? Not a tee-tee-ta-ta.
Not a tee-tee-ta-ta?
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Tip Drill USA.
Thank you,
y'all can go back and look in the comments. We're going to put his hand. Matter of fact, can you go in the comments and put how they can find you? And how they can,
Oh, snap. I didn't even know I can comment.
Yeah. So put that in there so they know how to find you guys.
All right,
you can just tell us,
you can just tell us.
Oh, okay. All right.
So how they pens are handy.
Y'all get y'all pens.
So get y'all pens ready. Really on all platforms. YouTube, type in TIPVILLE USA, TIPVILLE space, all caps USA. You type that in, you will find me on all platforms. YouTube, you can go check out my podcast. People always ask me what my podcast about. Go check it out. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed.
What days are your podcast?
I'm figuring that out now because this is another thing. You got to be careful what you speak because I literally said I'm gonna be booked and busy all 2023. And so, yeah.
Shando today.
So it looked like Fridays would be my like free days. So again, if y'all want to come on my podcast, if you want to sponsor my podcast, it's only $30.
Okay.
And I promise you, you will have a great time. You will leave there with something because I drop gems every episode. So you can go check my history and you will see that.
Okay.
So TIPVILLE USA, IG is super fast. That's all you got to put is TIPV and you will see me pop up. And it's only one man in Houston with a crown that rock, and it's me.
All right.
Thank
you, everybody. And we're going to say good night.
Good night.
Oh, peace, love, hair grease.
Come on now,
All right.
Thank you.